friends, my name is Jackie and this is my channel. Over here I just call it Everyday with Jackie. On this channel I do some reviews, some hauls, some trying out new products, a little bit of lifestyle content, and a lot of get ready with me videos. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you're aware each and every time that a video goes up. Now, as far as what I'm calling this video, I think I'm just gonna call it Where Luxury Products Collide with Drugstore Products, because that's exactly what we have going on with today's look. I've used a little bit of luxury and I've combined it with some drugstore products. So if you want to see how everything pans out in the end, you already know. You'll have to keep watching. Okay, so we're going to try to film this video one more time. I've already filmed it once. The intro was good and parts of the video were okay, but a lot of it was out of focus. Seems like it keeps focusing on the little tree in the background. So I just have to make sure it's focused on me. So we're going to try this video one more time and see if we can get it right. I think what we're going to do is start with our skin prep. So I am going to go in with my Glowy Makeup Serum by Laneige. I'm just going to push you guys out just a little bit. I was so outdone when I was looking at the footage. I was like, are you kidding me? This has just been, trying to get this video up has been quite difficult. I love using this serum. You can use it as a primer or as a serum, and I have used it both ways, but today we're just going to use it as a serum. So of course my Laneige is my high end, and we're going to go in with my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and we're just going to fill in our pores. And I'm just going to keep it concentrated right in this area. For our face primer, I am going to use the Vitamin Enriched Face Base by Bobbi Brown. I'll make sure I'm focused. Okay, so I'm going to let all the face products hang out on my face until we get ready to go in with our foundation. So we're going to stop right here with the face, and we're going to go ahead and start on our eye look. I'm going to go in and start priming my eyelids with my Fenty Beauty. And this is the Pro Filt'r Amplifying Eye Primer. Now that we have that set down, I do have my, I hate to say it, my Star Wars, The Mandalorian, The Child palette. I'm going to go in and highlight underneath my eyebrow, even though I haven't done those yet. I forgot how to pronounce it, but I'm going to take this shade right here. And the palette that we're using in today's look, we're finally getting to the Pat McGrath Labs. This is the Mothership Rose Decadence palette. And this is what we're going to be using in today's look. I know you guys are like, I thought you said you weren't going to use any more pinks and purples. Well, listen, I haven't used this palette yet. It's new to me and it's full of pinks and purples. I have no choice. So just let me have my moment. So the first shade that we are going to use is, I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics number 5 brush, and we're going to go in with the shade Peach Dusk. It's going to be this shade right here. I'm just using windshield wiper motions. Okay, so it was a little chilly. I ran to get my sweater and I went ahead and made a cup of coffee. And so the next shade that I want to go in with is Hedonistic Rose. And it's this shade right here. I'm going to pick up my Morphe M332 brush. I'm going to put it in the outer corner here. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that, guys. That was my Amazon order finally arriving. It was supposed to be here Sunday. I kept checking the email and it kept saying it would be here by 9 o'clock. Then after that, it said it would be here by 10 o'clock. I go on the Amazon site and it hasn't even shipped yet. And so I went in and canceled it and it said, sorry, it was too late to cancel. How's it too late to cancel when the item hasn't even shipped yet? So I tried to cancel it again and lo and behold, I got a shipping confirmation. I ain't playing those games. So the mailman just brought it. I said, oh, hold up. You can take it away. I don't want it. I already have the items now. I was tempted to grab the coffee though, even though I already have coffee, but I did want to try this brand, but I can pick it up at Target. I ran so fast out there. Whew, I'm hot now. I'm so hot. He said, can you get your dog? I don't do dogs. Excuse me? He don't do you. How about that? Yeah, I am developing so much texture on my lids. All right here, right in this area. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and now dip into the shade Fuchsia Flame, which is this shade right here. And this is a duochrome, kind of has a pink and gold kind of shift to it. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. Pink and kind of a coppery shift to it. And I know you guys can't probably pick that up on camera. You can kind of see it right here, this shade right here, how it shifts. And we're gonna pick this shade up. And I am gonna go in with my Makeup Geek brush. And this is just simply the foiled eyeshadow brush. Again, I am using Fuchsia Flame and I am gonna spray my brush. And just gonna leave the little space open right here because we're gonna go in with another shadow. Okay, and that is Fuchsia Flame. Now I'm picking up my Morphe M167 brush and we're gonna dip into the shade Pink Champagne. Let me make sure that is correct. Pink Champagne, yes. And it's gonna be this shade right here. And we're just gonna put that in the inner corner. And once again, I'm gonna dip into the shadow. Then I'm gonna spray my brush. And I'm using the Fenty Baby What It Do refreshing spray. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up my BH Cosmetics Studio Pro 6 brush. And I'm going to go back into the peach tusk. Yes. Okay, so I had to go back in on this eye and just do some more blending and switching out of my brushes because I just did not like the way the eye was looking. So just wanted to let you know that. So I switched up and I pulled out my Morphe M535 brush. It's a little bit more fluffier, not as dense. And I also pulled in my Morphe E22 to do this outer corner a little bit better. So now we're gonna jump in and finish up this eye. This look is has been such a struggle, and I don't know why, but I think it's coming together a little bit better now. So I'm gonna try to go in and finish up this eye. Okay, so I am back with both of my eyes caught up. And let's just go ahead and jump into the base. Oh, you guys, I have been meaning to ask you in every single video, but I keep forgetting. If you have any recommendations at all, make sure we're in focus, on a mirror. I need a good mirror, a magnification mirror, and a light up mirror, but mainly a magnification mirror. I have this little mirror I got from Amazon, and right here it's supposed to light up, but the battery is dead. And it had those little LED lights, which to me, they don't produce any light whatsoever. I could not see out of this mirror. I still can't see out of this mirror. So if you have any good mirror recommendations, please leave them down below. I'm not looking for one of those, what is it, those Ricky Skinny mirrors, because we ain't got that kind of money. But just a good magnification mirror would greatly be appreciated. So let me know down below. Now for our base, we've already did our skin prep. And so for our base, we are going in with the Phyto Teint Eclat Fluid Foundation. It's an oil-free, long-lasting foundation, and it is by Sisley. Now this foundation was gifted to me by Julia. And Julia, thank you once again for sending this to me. And it is in the shade 7 Mocha. And it says that this is a luminous coverage for an even and natural looking complexion, hydrates and mattifies, light is reflected, minimizing the surface imperfections and fine lines, and it's supposed to be long lasting. This is what the foundation actually looks like. It is 1 fluid ounce. And again, it just says oil free. So I'm going to give it a good shaking up. And I'm going to grab my foundation brush from Luxie Beauty. And this is their 730 liquid foundation brush. And I'm also going to wet my Colored Rain sponge. So let me wet this and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to shake up the foundation again. I went to the bathroom to wet my sponge. And then I started playing around with the eyes again because it looks like the lighting in there was a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and pump out a little bit of the foundation on this foundation brush. And start to put it on my face. I think I'm going to concentrate it just on this side first because I don't want it to dry up on me. I'm going to take my sponge by Colored Rain and I'm going to start to blend it in. Looks like the shade is a pretty decent match, and that is definitely what I'm going for. I haven't had a good foundation base in a long time, and I just want my base to look really good today. My last video with the lip bar skin tint, the foundation shade was so wrong. And today, I know this one may be a little bit deeper than my skin tone, but at least I won't be looking gray. Okay, and so far, this is what it's looking like. Seems to have some really pretty good coverage. blending out really seamless. I'm gonna go ahead and put some on my forehead, and then I'm gonna start to spread it out over the rest of my face. That's Lucky over there slurping water. Okay, and we already know that this Sisley foundation is definitely luxury or high-end. And I would say that the McGrath palette, the Rose Decadence, is definitely luxury. So next we're gonna go in with some Drugstore, because I feel like this is blended in really well. I think it looks pretty darn good on the skin. I think it has some good coverage. You know, here's my hyperpigmentation area. Didn't cover it up all the way, but I think it's like some good coverage. This is, yeah, it's a natural looking complexion. So it didn't say that this was going to be a full coverage foundation. And I think it is a little bit more than natural looking, really. I think it's like a little bit of medium coverage. So for our concealer, and we're keeping it Drugstore, we're gonna go in with our Maybelline Instant Age Eraser. And this is in the shade 146 Tan. I'm just gonna blend it out with my beauty sponge. I think that blends out really good. Then right around the hairline, just gonna blend it in. For our powder to set our under eye, I'm gonna use my Hourglass, luxury high-end. And again, we're just gonna go in with our sponge. And then I like to tap it off a little bit on my hand and then start to go in. And then what I do is grab my Real Techniques brush. This is the 402 brush. Sometimes I put my powder on under my eyes with this brush, but today I use the sponge, so I'm just gonna make sure it's all blended. And to set our face with powder, we're gonna go into our Fit Me. And this is the loose finishing powder. And this is in the shade Medium Deep 30. So this is what I'm gonna do to set the rest of my face. And I'm gonna take this Morphe E41 brush. I'm just gonna do a light dusting all over the face. Next up, we're going to go ahead and pull a bronzer. And for bronzing today, I thought I would go Drugstore. And we're going to use our Morphe. This is the Glamour Bronze in the shade Phenom. And this is a face and body bronzer. This is what it looks like. It does come with a mirror. And this bronzer, I feel, warms up my face really nicely. Now right here is where the window is. So I feel like this is the true reflection and this is not, because of that light that is always concentrated on my face. And even though I don't have the blinds open that much, I feel like I needed the additional light, but I feel like it always tries to play me. So I'm always going to say this is what this looks like with the bronzer. See how it looks a little differently on this side with the window. And for our contour, again, I thought we would kick it back Drugstore. And we're just going to go into our Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. For contour, I do mix these two shades because this is so cool tone and so deep and rich that I kind of like to just mix it with the other shade just to kind of give it a nice balance. So I usually dip in here and then tap right here, tap it off, and then start contouring. I have been noticing, I've been posting a lot of pictures on Instagram. I have been noticing that my face is starting to get full. So I'm gonna have to start chillaxing on all the snacking that I've been doing. And I tell you, I was like, whoa. Because, you know, looking at yourself every day, you don't always see. When I posted that picture, I was like, oh my gosh, my face is looking so full. My doctor called. She's like, well, the doctor's office called saying it's time for a annual checkup. I was like, I ain't finna go there and get my blood sugar and everything tested yet. Let me get my act together. Now let's go ahead and dip into a blush. I love blush. So I pulled out my Becca blush, and this is their mineral blush in the shade Nightingale. This is it right here. And I'm going to use my Sephora Sculpting Blush Brush, and this is number 99. And for highlighter, I think I'm going to kick it back, Drugstore. So the Becca blush was our high end. And now we're going to go into our Makeup Revolution, our Revolution, Makeup Revolution London is what it says. This is their highlighting quad in the shade Ignite. And I am going to use my JP Juvia's Place highlighter brush 01. I just did a live, and this is one of the products that I received from the Juvia's Place mystery box. And for our highlighter, we're going to dip into this shade right here. Now, the palette doesn't have shade names, but the name of the palette is called Ignite. It's a really nice highlighter. I kind of like to take it into my blush just a little bit. I'm going to bring it on the tip of my nose. Okay, so I feel like I'm going to go ahead and spray my face just a little bit. And again, this is the Fenty Beauty Baby What It Do Refreshing Setting Spray. So for our eyebrows today, we are going to be using our MAC eyebrow pencil. The shade is Spiked, and it says this is the Eyebrows Styler. So it does come with the spoolie on this side. And I'm just gonna take the mirror from my Becca blush and just brush my brow hairs up. And you guys know, typically I don't fill in my eyebrow. I kind of just get the shape and then just kind of go through it quickly and not really fill in. But something about this MAC eyebrow pencil makes me just want to fill it in. Such a good shade. So this is what this brow is looking like. And I did fill it in more than I normally do. And what I'm going to use to set my brow is my Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the clear brow gel, and I never use this. This is going to be our high end. I never use this, but I like to use something tinted because I do have gray eyebrow hairs. But since we filled it in with the brow pencil, I feel like I can get away with just using this clear gel. Okay, this is what my brow is looking like. Kind of messed up on my tail, but it's all good. And I'm going to hop off camera, complete the other brow, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have both my brows on. I'm getting hot again. Eye is leaking. So what I want to go in and do now is we're going to go ahead and prime our eyebrows. No, we're not. We're going to prime our eyelashes. And we are going to use our Cils Booster XL, and this is by Lancome. This is going to be our high end. I am going to now go in with mascara. We are using our Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And this is going to be considered our high end. And what I'm going to do is just go ahead and do my eyelashes off camera because you guys know how to do that. So give me just a moment and I'll be right back. I have gone ahead and completed my mascara application on my top lashes. Now I'm going to pick back up the McGrath palette, and we're going to pick up the shade Hedonistic Rose, shade right here. We're going to go in with, this is just a BH Cosmetics brush. Doesn't have a number on it, or if it did, it's rubbed off. Just going to pick up a little product and start putting it in my waterline. And this is kind of pointed, so that's why I chose this brush for today. So I want to get it really up close. And then I'm going to take the pink champagne and I'm just going to bring it right on down to the innermost part of my eye. Now I'm going to grab my eyeliner. You already know. This is my favorite one. And that is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. I think this is the only one that I have that would really go well with the eye look. So this is what we're using today. And we're just going to put it in our waterline. I almost don't even need an eyeliner, but I do like to have one. And just going to put it right in the waterline. Going to try to keep it right in there tight. And now I'm going to go ahead and prime my lower lashes just a little bit. And then we'll go in with some mascara. I guess we can go ahead and start doing our lips while that's drying. I'm going to go in and line my lips with the Juvia's Place Luxe Liner. And this is in the shade Scorpio. Now that we have that applied, I'm going to go in with the mascara, finish doing my lower lash line. We are moving right along, folks, moving right along. Almost done. And don't you guys click off the video yet because I have not shouted out my content creator for today. So that will be at the end. So don't leave yet. What I'm going to do now is grab my lipstick, zhuzh up my hair, and I'll be right back. I am back and we have a little visitor. He's been so good. So I'm going to let him say hello. He really wants to get down so he can go eat his treat. This is my baby. This is Lucky. And you hear me refer to him as Lucky or Baby Boy. And he's just looking at that treat. This is my love. He's been so good, waiting so patiently. He really wants to get out of the house. We've been for a little bit of a ride today, and I think he wants to go down to my dad's house again. So I just wanted you to see him because some of you haven't seen him at all, and some of you haven't seen him in a long time. So this is my love. All right, you can get your treat. Here you go, baby. Good boy. Okay. We are going to put our lip color on. No, I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty. And this is in the shade Uncuffed. I thought this would be a good lip color to use. I love to combine this shade with kind of a deep burgundy or eggplant-like liner. It just goes very well together. And I think we are just about done, guys. I may try to do something that will either look good or go totally left. Let's just hope it looks good. I'm gonna take my eyeshadow brush and I'm gonna dip into the shade Scandalous. Okay. And what I'm gonna do with this is just kind of outline, because we haven't used this shade. And sometimes I'll like to do a little outline. See if I could just amp up the look a little bit sometimes. And that's all I'm going to do, just went in a little bit. Just to give it a little bit more pizzazz, and then just to also show you how all the shades look. So the only shade that I did not use in the palette is this one, and it is called Golden Honey. And what I think I will do is just going to take a little dip of that shade, Golden Honey, and I'm just going to put it like right at the highest point of the brow. Right at the highest. We can officially say we've used every shade in the palette. And that's it. Oh, you know what else I wanted to do just a little bit? I do want to go ahead and just tap into my Charlotte Tilbury. Yes, just a little bit. This is in the shade 4 Deep. And then just do another light dusting. That's all we're gonna do. I'm gonna take my MAC Fix Plus and I'll put it way out here just to go ahead and set my face down just a little bit more. And then we'll scooch you in and we'll talk real quickly, real briefly about some of the star players in today's look. Up close, this is, let me pat my fro down. Pat my fro. Real quick, this is what the eye look is looking like. And you can see, or maybe you can, maybe you can't, where I went in with Scandalous, just right up there. And then we went in with a little bit of Golden Honey right here. Scandalous right here. Okay, so of course, talking about the palette as one of the major players, love, love, love this palette. Think it performs very nicely. It's very well pigmented. I really didn't have any problems with the shades. This shade right here, the Hedonistic Rose, it appears a little deeper on the outer corners of your eye than it does in the pan. But I noticed that because I filmed this video before, that because I have texture on my lids, getting more and more texture, but because I have texture on my lids, especially in those areas where I put the Hedonistic Rose, it did appear a little darker. And then when I would blend it, it just seemed like it just darkened up. But that has nothing to do with the palette. That's just, you know, the texture on my eyes. But I think all these shades are so pretty. And I have already swatched these in another video. So, and you just seen them perform on my eyes. So I'm not going to do a swatch fest right now with these shadows. I just wanted to use them. So again, I have no complaints whatsoever. You know, I told you I wasn't going to do any more berries or pinks for a long time. However, you know, this is what this palette is comprised of. And I did want to show it on my channel because I hadn't had a chance to upload a video of me using it. So I have no complaints whatsoever about this palette. I love absolutely every shade that I used in it today. And another major player in today's look happens to be this foundation by Sisley, the Phyto Tint Eclat Fluid Oil-Free Foundation. Okay, so just to come in just a little closer, I'm not seeing too much of the luminosity. But we have powder on our face, and you know, we sat down with what, 2 different powders. So I'm not seeing so much luminosity, but I'm not feeling that my face is super matte. It doesn't look matte. It doesn't look drying. This shade actually worked out really well for me. I think everything, it does, to me, look like it does have a more natural finish, but, and I say that only because I can see my hyperpigmentation, but I actually would say, I think it's a medium coverage with maybe a natural finish, but definitely a medium coverage. And like I said, it doesn't feel matte. It doesn't look drying. I don't feel any tightness. I can't say that I see luminosity because we did spray our face twice, but you know, it's just as long as this doesn't feel or look drying, I am all in with this foundation. Now, the rest of the products that I used in today's video, nothing else is new. You've seen me use the Charlotte Tilbury, all the rest of the products in the video you've seen me use before. These were the two products that, you know, I really wanted to get center stage because I had not used those products yet. So the creator that I want to highlight in today's video is Tanya Cortez. I am highlighting Tanya. I discovered her channel. No, Tanya discovered my channel, and then I went to her channel and quickly subscribed. Tanya does a lot of foundation reviews. That's mainly what her channel is focused on. She's a new creator, but Tanya is such a natural. You would not think she was new to the game whatsoever. Her personality just draws you in. She feels comfortable and looks comfortable in front of the camera, and she does foundation reviews new and some of the older foundation products. So she has a nice little range going on her channel, and I just love her channel so much. She's humorous, and like I said, she just is a natural at it. So if there's a foundation that you're wondering about, check out Tanya's channel because she more than likely already has a review up. And like she said in one of her foundation videos, she just not only does new foundations, she's also kicks it back and tries some of the older ones or some that have been out for 1 or 2, 3 months. So check out her channel if you're looking for a foundation review. Tanya, if you're watching, you are my person that I am spotlighting in today's video. So check out Tanya. I'll have her name listed above and her channel will be in my description box. So you guys, that's it for today's video. If you did enjoy the video, I hope that you'll consider subscribing to my channel and giving this video a thumbs up. While you're here, don't forget to ring the notification bell because it just lets you know every time that I upload a video. And don't forget to share the channel because you know I don't mind. And with that said, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Remember, you're always welcomed and wanted here on my channel. With that said, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody, and have a great day. Bye.